Hello my lovely friends, welcome back to another video. This video is gonna be for information purposes. I'm making this video for a couple of customers and friends, and I hope you guys watch this video to the end because you're gonna be getting a lot of information. I will be dropping a lot of gems in this video. So let's start the video. I just had a very nice conversation with a very lovely woman, and she wanted to open a skincare business. She's been making oils and hair butters for a long time, and she wants to turn it into a business. So she kindly called me up and asked me if I could give her some tips on how she can have a skincare business like mine, because she wants it to be all natural and just very simple and rustic like my business. So I talked to her. I didn't charge her any money. I just talked and gave her some ideas on how she can go ahead and do it. And in this video, I want to show you guys how I'm able to run a successful skincare business from my house and make profit from it. And these are some of the things that I do so I do not incur a lot of costs. The first thing I do is, as you can see, I gather my own herbs. So about 30 to 40% of the herbs and plants that I put into my products come from my little small farm. I buy seeds online, and I also grow plants in pots. I don't grow 100% of the things, but a lot of it I grow. You might be quite surprised at how easy things are to grow. Like, for example, yarrow is something that is so easy to grow. Just sprinkling a few seeds in a pot or somewhere on your lawn, and trust me, they will just grow. Mullein is another one. I just had a few seeds and I sprinkle it, and in the space of 3 years I have mullein growing all over my property. So it's very easy to plant seeds and to grow the crops or the plants that you want to grow. So this is one of my secrets. I grow about 70 to 80% of the herbs and medicinal plants that I use in my products. Anything that I cannot grow, I forage them wild. I live in Ontario, and a lot of those plants, especially medicinal plants, are growing in abundance here. You just have to find a location where they are, and my location is a prime location for them, and I have a lot on my property. And because I live in the countryside and there's lots of wild fields and meadows and forests and stuff close by, I can able to harvest a lot of wild native plants that is awesome for hair, skin, nails, and I use them in my products. Secret number 2, I infuse all these beautiful medicinal plants into oil. When you're running a business, the main goal of the business should be making profit, and so you have to come up with a way to cut cost on your raw materials, making sure that you can have a raw material that is free of cost that you can put in your product, and that would make you profit. So by having the herbs and medicinal plants available to me for free, I am cutting costs because I don't have to buy them, and that is making me spend less money. If I have to spend $1,000 buying all these plants to infuse in my oils, then this is $1,000 that is cut out of my profit. So if you can find some way of foraging these plants that you want to use, or if you can grow them in pots, or if you can find them at a really good price, then this is a great way of cutting costs, and you can just make products and you're gonna make profit because you're not spending a lot of money on certain material. My next point number 3, how I run a successful business and make profit is I use natural things. And I also do not buy a lot of things from big companies. A lot of people don't know math. Honestly, yes, it's true. They don't know how much per 100 gram is something. They just buy the thing because they think, oh, it's a pound and it's $16. Oh, it's 100 grams and it's $8. You need to know how much this thing costs per 100 gram or per pound, and you need to compare prices to see which is cheaper. For example, I buy my shea butter from Africa. The money in Canadian money, it is easier for me to convert that money into African money, and I can get twice the amount for the amount of the money that I'm paying here. So I find a vendor in Africa and I get all my shea butter from Africa at a really cheap price. When I buy $100 worth of shea butter, I get like 2 big bucket of shea butter. Like so much shea butter for the price of $100. And if I were to spend 100 Canadian dollars here to buy shea butter, it would be like, I don't know, like a third of what I'm gonna get for that $100. So guys, you gotta learn to shop smart and find out of the box ways to get your raw materials, because at the end of the day, the end goal is to make profit. And also, you should think about providing a valuable, a good product, a product that works for people, a product that is really natural, and a product that is environmentally friendly. So I think if you put all that stuff into your product will sell, because when people use it, they will actually see, whoa, this product not just smells good, but it actually does what it says. The next thing I want to tell you all is, when you are making a product and you want to be different from other people, you want your product to sell, you want to be unique, you have to bring some uniqueness in your product. For example, right here I am harvesting red clover. I'm also harvesting white clover on the other side. When I finish harvesting this, I'm gonna go do white clover, but I'm adding this to my product. This especially goes into my hair oil and some of my body butters, especially the eczema body butter, because this is very awesome for the skin. So you want to put some element in your product that people would say, wow, this is going into the product. I know the benefit of it. I want to buy this product. I want to use the product. And when somebody watch a video, for example, with me, they're harvesting all this red clover. They're like, wow, she's actually putting that in her product. So that alone by itself is a good element to show that, whoa, her product stands out. So if you want to make a product that stands out, find things that you can add to your products. Show people what you are doing to make your product different and to make your product unique from everybody else, so that you can draw a crowd to you. Many people buy my products because they're into holistic care. They know about the native plants that is growing in Ontario. They know the benefits, and because they know these things are in my product, they want to use it on their skin, on their hair, on their body, on their face, because they know the benefits that they are going to get from it, and so they purchase my product. Another point I want to make to you guys is, sometimes when you want to do something, you gotta learn to make sacrifices. Now this year I had to sacrifice my whole market garden. I didn't plant any fruits or vegetables in this huge garden that we always plant in. For 3.5 years we plant fruits and vegetables and stuff in this garden. The only thing that are in this garden this year are berries and some perennial vegetables that comes back every year. But we decided to allow this area to become wild. Why we allow it to become wild? Because here is filled to the brim with native plants, and for me to be able to have enough plants harvested to use in my products, I need to have a lot of it. So this year we allowed the field to go wild. We didn't cut it down, we didn't plow it, and we didn't plant anything. So the field went wild this year, and we had an abundance of wildflowers and different native medicinal herbs and plants that we were able to harvest. Now that I did that, I have enough plants that can last me for 2 years. But that was a big sacrifice because I had to grow vegetables somewhere else. So if you want to make a business and maybe you're saying, well, I don't have the space, I don't have the this, I don't have land like you, but you can grow some things in pots, and this is a sacrifice. You can grow mint and sage and thyme and basil. You can grow clover, lavender. You can grow St. John's wort, milk thistle, valerian, raspberry, wild lettuce. All that stuff you can grow in a pot, and you can save it up and you can use those things. Calendula is another one, very easy to grow, and you can use those stuff in your infusions based on what you're making, and you can show people, hey, I'm harvesting my stuff. Look, this is what I'm doing. People will see what you're doing. If those people are interested in those kinds of things, they would buy your products. And in a world full of fakeness and unsurety, when you're not sure of what exactly is in a product, just by you seeing what the person is putting in the product right there and then, you build confidence with your audience, because you are showing yourself collecting the raw material, drying the raw material, and making the final product. When people see something with their eyes, they are more likely to purchase than when you say, okay, I am putting that in my product, this goes in my product, but there's no physical evidence to show that this actually is going in your product. So by you making video or making a shot or something like me right here, I'm showing you all that stuff that I'm drying and it is actually going in the product. I'm even showing you how I make the oil. This is a convincing marketing strategy. I think we are at point number 6 now. Point number 6 is another way how I run a successful business is, as you can see, I'm making some infusions. I'm using olive oil and I am infusing some dry herbs in that. And this herb is lilac. So I'm infusing lilac leaves and lilac petals, which I dry from my lilac trees that I have outside. Now I want to make a lilac butter with this oil, so I'm going to make a double infusion of the lilac. A double infusion means you infuse it the first time, you strain out the plant material, then you use the oil with another set of plant material, and you infuse it a second time. By doing that, you are making a very strong, potent oil, and the oil takes on the scent of the plant or flower matter that you use. Now I want to make a butter. Now when you go on different websites, those wholesale websites that you buy products from, like your raw materials, if you go to New Directions or if you go to Canwax, you will see that they have all these different kinds of butters that they are selling. So you can buy like lavender butter, you can buy chamomile butter, you can buy basil butter, you can buy calendula butter, you can buy mint butter. And these is just oil infused and whisk or whipped with soy butter, and it smells so amazing. So instead of you buying those butters to add to your products, you can make your own. So you see guys, I'm giving you a gem. I'm dropping a gem here. Take note. So instead of buying lavender butter, you can make your own butter. You can use shea butter, and you can use the infusion that I showed you there, double infusion, and you can use shea, and you can whip this oil into the shea butter, and you have a shea butter that smells exactly like lavender, or if you use lemon or any dry flowers or botanical that you use, it's gonna take on that smell, and you can just scoop out that butter and you can add it to your product. Instead of buying those expensive butter, they're like $21 for 1 kilo or 2 kilo, you can save yourself that money. And that's exactly what I do. If you don't want to use shea butter because it's too expensive for you, or you can afford shea butter, you can buy soy butter. Soy butter is very cheap. It's like $10 for like 2 kilos. You can buy soy butter, or you can buy tallow, and you can do the same thing. And you can just have your different jars, and you have your lavender butter, your basil butter, your clover butter, whatever, and you can use it in your soaps, you can use it in your creams, you can use it in your lotions, in whatever you want to use it. So you see, guys, you're saving yourself so much money if you figure out how to make your own lavender butter or calendula butter or mint butter, thyme butter, whatever, and you don't have to buy it from a big box store or like those soap making companies. So you see, I dropped that gem. Thank you very much. And the last point I want to make is, guys, grow calendula. Calendula is like a product that everybody likes. We know of the many benefits of calendula. You can grow calendula so easily, and you can sell calendula oil, you can sell calendula products, creams, lotions, butters, whatever. And these calendula products, they do sell, because I think everybody's so familiar with calendula. So every year I grow loads and loads of calendula, at least 5 or 6 large beds of calendula, and then you just harvest. And the more you harvest the calendula, the more the calendula come out. So it's a win-win for everybody. And at the end of the season, you just collect all the seeds. They make thousands of seeds. So you don't even have to worry about buying calendula seeds, because you can continue to grow your own calendula, and then you can just save you seeds year after year. And this is what I've been doing for many years. And if you go to my website www.rusticandclassic.com, you would see I sell calendula on my website, and I also make calendula soap. Calendula soap is very soothing to the body. It's great for people who have sensitive skin. It's good for blemishes. It's good for brightening the skin. It's just very mild and great for the skin. So calendula is the way to go. So I hope this video was very helpful to you all who wants to open small home-based businesses. This is just a little tiny snippet of what I do in my business. So if you guys like videos like this, let me know, and I will make more videos about great details about what I do in other aspects of my business. I will go into oils, I will go into the places I buy my other products from, bottles and jars and other things that you may be interested in, how to formulate products and things like that. So if you are interested, let me know and I'll make more videos. So guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao ciao, my loves. Remember, you're beautiful.